Welcome, beautiful souls, to another Yatra Sister podcast. I'm Sharita.
And I'm Allison.
And today we're going to talk about the seasons of life.
Oh, there's so many of them. And they're constantly changing.
They are. Life is ever changing.
Oh, gosh. And just when you settle into a part of your season, like you finally are prepared in that season, because it takes a while to get prepared for a season. It seems like the second you get everything you need to get inside of that season to be successful, then the season changes.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
You're always adapting. I've noticed that the seasons in my life have never been the same. But,
Mm-hmm.
I will say my favorite season in my life is what I say. Everything I ever needed to know in life, I learned as a Hooters girl.
Ooh, you were a Hooters girl?
Oh, yeah. 6 years.
Really? You were hooting for 6 years?
Hooting for 6 years back in the day. I'm an OG. I'm an original Hooter girl.
Ooh, okay. With the orange shorts and everything?
Oh, yeah.
Look at you.
And you had to lean up against the wall because we didn't have spandex then. So the kitchen staff or the manager had to tie our shirts up because there was no Lycra. So we had to lean and they would pull and then tie our shirts up. Oh, yeah. We had to wear pantyhose. That's how old. I'm the OG Hooter girl.
You are an OG Hooter girl for sure.
But I learned so much in that season of my life.
Well, I am so intrigued. Please do tell.
Okay. Well, the first thing I learned a lot about safety. I did.
Okay.
Back then, I learned about where to keep your cash.
Okay.
Right? Because people know you have a lot of cash. So you have to know where to keep it, how to get into your car, how to always I had to learn how to back cars up. You never want to go in and then you can't get out.
Oh, that's good. That is good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else did I learn? I learned how to talk to so many different kinds of people.
Okay.
I don't want to say you have to change your personality, but you do have to learn how to adapt to different people. So I was a Hooter girl in college. So if the professors came in, I had to talk about being in college. I had to sound very articulate. I had to talk about my major and why I was really being a Hooter girl so I could get my tip.
Like a geisha.
A geisha? Why would I have to be a geisha?
I don't know, because they have to know everything.
Oh, you mean a Hooter girl's like being a geisha?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is like that. Now, if mechanics came in, I can't act all, snotty, nerdy girl. Then you have to cut up, you have to cuss, you have to be a little filthy, you got to be kind of funny, kind of dingy. But then, if women came in, then you had to learn how to make them feel good. So you had to learn to bond. So I learned how to talk to an array of different people and know how to adapt to different situations.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I could see that.
Yeah.
Because you're coming in contact with so many different people every single day.
Now, I will tell you 2 major things I learned. Okay. You can mess with a woman's man. You can. But you know what you cannot mess with? A woman's money.
Ooh.
You really learn that in Hooters. A, from the other Hooter girls.
Okay.
B, from women that come in that think that the men are going to flirt with you. Mm-hmm. They don't really care about that. They care about the fact if you're going to flirt with a rich guy and then they're not going to have their money anymore.
Ooh. Okay. I can see that.
Yeah. And then let's see, the last thing that I really learned was I really prefer dealing with wolves straight up. I do not like sheep in wolves' clothing.
Ooh, me neither.
Yeah. At least in Hooters, I have written Hooters across my tits. Okay, it's pretty clear.
Okay.
I am knowing what I'm doing here.
Okay.
It's out in the open. I'm not hiding it. They're not hiding it. They now can cut up and say probably, inappropriate things. I can't get overly shocked by it. It's already the relationship we've established.
It's there.
It's there. Mm-hmm. When I left Hooters after I had gone to school and then grad school and took my first job.
Okay.
I felt like I was with the same wolves, but they were now wearing sheep clothing and acting like they don't behave that way.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like that a lot in a lot of environments.
Oh, it's everywhere.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I wish everybody would just act like we're all at Hooters. It would be so much easier.
That would be an amazing day every single day. Just saying. Just the freedom of it all. That's all I'm saying.
Right?
Yeah.
That was my favorite season. My favorite season of my life. But I had to grow up because, well, they say you can't always wear the orange shorts.
True. Very true.
And then, it was hard to keep the boobs lifted. As you start to age, they sag down. It becomes a little bit harder to lift those gals up.
Happens to the best of us.
And so then I had to make transitions. And funny enough, I went from Hooter Girl into a crisis intervention counselor.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, so that was your next season.
That was my next season.
Okay.
Yeah. And I lived in Fort Lauderdale. My office was all glass, overlooked the intercoastal, looked at cruise ships every day.
Oh, that sounds gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. Wore beautiful suits, gorgeous high heels.
Okay.
It was fun. It was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful moment in my life. But then I got pregnant. Well, I mean, I was married.
Okay.
Got pregnant.
I was going to say.
And now that season had to change.
Yes, different season.
Now I have to be I wanted to stay at home with her.
Okay.
I chose that.
Yeah.
So then I'm changing yet again, another season. But, these seasons I chose. I chose these transitions. I chose these changes.
Okay.
Sometimes in your life, the change is not something you choose.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Have you ever had that?
Shit, yeah, I've had it. I've had it. So my changes where I did not have much of a say, for me, unfortunately, came in my marriages with my husband, and then second with my wife. They're the ones that chose to no longer be a part of the marriage. And no matter, how much I wanted that to not happen, they were very adamant that that's where they were and they were ready for that. So I had to learn that sometimes, because I'm like, hey, everything is good. Or if it wasn't, we can get through this. I know we've gotten through the hard part. The rest should be amazing. But, I also had to learn that when that season is over, I mean, shit, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. And
you can't make the season last longer.
You can't. And I've learned that you shouldn't, because when you do, you're only truly hurting yourself.
Yeah, you might be making the summer so long, everythhing's going to burn up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know about hot girl summer, but shit, I don't want that kind of hot girl summer where,
No,
Yeah.
no. I've had the same thing. So my first husband, he instigated it as well.
Yeah.
And it was a change I wasn't prepared for.
Correct.
I mean, I did not see it coming.
Yeah.
I really didn't. It felt like a car accident. One day, just driving down the road, next day, slammed off the road and I wasn't even prepared for the season to change.
Wig completely knocked off. And I don't wear a wig, so that's just a figure of speech. But if I did, my wig would have completely been knocked off. Because I, like you, sometimes you don't see those season endings coming.
No.
Yeah.
And I think, I really struggled, but there was, I believe it was my sister that told me this. I can't remember who gave me this line. I'm almost 90% it was my sister. Probably because I called her 17 times a day during this change.
Yeah.
She was my person, my go-to.
Yeah.
And one of the things she said to me was, hold space for things you cannot see. And I wrote it on a chalkboard and hung it in my house during this season change that I didn't ask for.
Okay.
Because I wanted to know when it was going to end. That was my first question. And the timing of your life, when you've entered a season that feels very dark.
Yes.
You want to know, when is this going to end?
When the hell am I getting out of this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you're stuck in a dark chapter and you can't speed it up.
No.
You definitely don't want to slow it down.
No.
And you're stuck. But everybody keeps telling you, it'll get better. It'll get better with time. I can remember I literally got out a calendar and was marking how many months that I thought that I might actually feel better.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I could see that.
So holding space for things I cannot see got me through every day. Because I think the timing of your life, a lot of that is learning to become comfortable in the unknown.
Oh my God, 100%. And for me, to the point where it's funny, you and I were talking, and I told you I have no brakes, and you were like, "You need brakes," and I was like, "Oh no, I don't have any brakes." I think because of those situations in my life, it has caused me to live a life where I try not to plan a lot of things.
Yes.
And so that I don't try to hold on to something because I do realize that it could not possibly be there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like I was a little type A. I'm type A in recovery. I think it's shocking for people that know me today to ever believe I was actually type A at one time.
Yeah, I'm sitting here smiling and nodding. Yes. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
You would be shocked if you talked to my sisters who knew me years ago. I really was type A. Straight A's.
Okay.
Straight A's in undergraduate, straight A's in graduate school. Went out, paid my own way through college by working full time by myself.
Oh, wow.
Bought the first house, did the little picket fence, got married.
Yeah.
Married 5 years, have first child after you've bought all the furniture.
That's textbook.
I did it
textbook.
Sharita,
Yeah.
I was textbook.
Okay.
That's why I was so pissed. I felt like I had lined it all up perfectly. How in the hell was this going to fuck up? Wow. I did what everybody told me I was supposed to do.
Yes, correct. Well, I mean, I didn't technically, but yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm following it along. My season is supposed to go. Winter, spring, summer, fall, right? Mm-hmm. Is that how it goes? Yes, that is. That's correct.
Okay.
Had a little panic. Maybe this explains it. Maybe my season's wrong. But the point of the story is, I'm with you. Now that I'm looking back, all the preparation you make in trying to line up the timing of your life perfectly, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. And it actually sets you up for a huge letdown.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why I think we need to become comfortable in the unknown. Mm-hmm. Because everything is unknown. Everything tomorrow is unknown. It really is.
Absolutely.
It truly is.
Absolutely.
I think the other thing when we're talking about the seasons is I think you need to enjoy the season you're in, even if it's dark.
100%. 100%.
Because the season you're in you're prepared for it. I mean, you are. It's the season you're in.
Yeah.
You have to be in it. Don't try to rush it. Mm-hmm. Don't try to make it go faster. Don't even try to slow it down. Just trust it. My daughter is right now, and your son is in college, and they talk about how hard it is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I just had that conversation on the way up here to do the podcast. Yeah.
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 This is so hard. Yeah. So much studying.
Mm-hmm.
Mom, it's overwhelming.
Yep.
And it is. It is a hard season to be in college. I don't want to take that away.
No, not at all. It's very, it's hard.
But it makes me giggle when I think about just wait till you add 4 kids and a full-time job and 3 dogs. Right? Mm-hmm. And not enough money to pay the bills. This season, all you have to do is study.
Yes.
That's it.
That's it.
But when you're in the season, you think it's so challenging while you're in it.
We do. Yeah.
I know. I think if we could settle in the season we're in and not judge it so harshly, just relax in it.
I know. I had locks for 14 years, and they were down to my ass, basically.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Dreadlocks?
Yeah.
Wow.
And a lot of people would often say, when I cut them, because you just can't take them out, like you're done, like you have to cut them. So I went from locks, gorgeous locks, all the way down to my ass to one day my hair looking like this.
Oh, wow.
So it was a shock to a lot of people, and I had a lot of people say, well, don't you miss them? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, no. And they were like, well, why not? They were beautiful. I said, because I enjoyed them when I had them.
Yes.
So I'm learning probably, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, I started trying to focus on enjoying the moments I'm in. I don't know. I'm not always successful. Mm-hmm. But what I find that when I do, if something comes along or when that moment comes along and it's no longer there, it's not as difficult for me to move on to the next one. Mm-hmm. And I'm not feeling a sense of loss or sadness because I no longer have that moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's always good. I mean, anytime that we can embrace the moment with happiness. But what happens when you're in the moment that it's not happy?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me in those moments, I'm like, okay, God, what lessons am I supposed to be learning right now? Like that's the main thing that gets me through. And let me tell you, the shit sucks. It's not fun.
No.
But those are the times when I really go inside and try to learn more about me. So the next time I'm in a situation or something similar, I have a different outlook on it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, that's a good self-esteem. I've been in dark moments, though.